Okay, well, friends, now in today's lecture, we are starting the main topic, that is critical path method. Okay, project network analysis. How will analyze the network? What is the critical path method? That we'll see. Okay, now first, inherent limitations, advancement in technology, and requirement of a speedy execution needing frequent revision in earlier planning have made traditional bar chart planning approach outdated. Okay, we have already seen bar chart, Gantt chart, okay, then milestone chart. These are outdated. We cannot use for a large projects. Okay, so the new advanced techniques are come. That is project network analysis techniques. That is that in that first technique is your critical path method. They are inadequate to cope up with the complexities of a modern projects. Network analysis techniques developed in 1960 have proved to be an effective management tool for a planning, then scheduling and controlling of a complex projects involving numerous interlinking of a task. Critical path method, that is CPM, then program evaluation and review technique, that is PERT, and precedence network analysis, that is PNA, precedence network analysis, that is PNA. That is not for your syllabus. PNA is not for your syllabus. Are the most widely used techniques for the managing such projects. In this chapter, CPM network is deal with. We are dealing with the CPM network. Okay, learner will come to understand basics of CPM network, then its rules and how we can apply it. Okay, applications of it. He will learn to plan to update the short duration of a project, and the knowledge can be used for developing the sub projects. Then you can also learn the optimizing of the project time and cost. Content are scheduled as follows. Okay, what are the content? Then first one is your concept and development of a construction plan and work task. Second, CPM network. There are two types of network: AOA network and AON network. AOA network is your activity on arrow network. AON network is your activity on node network. Okay, then advantages and disadvantages of it. Next one you are that you have to study is your float and criticality and critical activities, time cost relationship and optimization. Next one is your time grid diagram, uh, then time scale network, updating of CPM network. Okay, all these content we have to study one by one. Now first we will see introduction to project network analysis. Project network analysis is term commonly used that indicate the technique used to plan, then schedule, monitor and control the project task, and hence we will get the outcome. Okay, project network analysis means what? It is term commonly used to indicate the technique used for a plan, then schedule, monitor and control the project task. Okay, to control the project means controlling the use of all resources to achieve the target for of a timely completion of a planned outcome. Based on the critical path concept, it is possible to depicts the project duration and time plan. Okay, experience has shown that CPM technique is suitable for a projects and task having deterministic approach. Okay, deterministic approach or deterministic time duration means what? The project have definite start time and finish time or end time. Okay, and PERT technique is suitable for a projects having uncertainties. Means you cannot say that this project will be end in this time. Okay, you can start that project, but you cannot come on a conclusion that your project or output that your project will end in this fixed time. Okay, in such cases, probabilistic approach is there. Okay, where the activity times such as a research type of projects where you can start the project but you cannot say that this project will complete in this time. Okay, so this is the probabilistic approach. You cannot say clearly. Okay, so these are the uncertainties where the PERT technique is used. PERT means program evaluation and review techniques. Precedent network techniques, PNT technique is used based on the interest and project scope. Okay, before dealing with these techniques, it is necessary to understand the basic concepts and development of construction project plan. Now, development of construction plan. We'll see what is by development of construction plan. Planning is a fundamental and challenging activity in management and execution of a construction of a project. It is the main part. Planning is the main part where you can fundamentally arrange everything you can arrange the activities, you can fundamental and challenging the activities in management. Okay, execution will be done according to that. So the planning is very important. It involves defining the activities, then their interdependencies, you can interlink the activities with each other, then estimate the resources and duration and its constraints. So planning is the very important in your construction management. A good construction plan is the basis of developing the budget and schedule of the project work. In addition to this technical aspect of construction planning, it may also necessary to make organizational decision about the relationship between the project participants. Okay, in developing a construction plan, it is commonly adopted primary emphasis on either cost control or on a schedule control. First, you have to focus on either you have to do the project on a cost control basis or a schedule control basis. Some projects are primarily divided into expenses categories with associated with cost. In these cases, construction planning is a cost or expensive oriented. Okay, mainly you are focusing on the cost, how you to reduce the cost. By focusing on a cost, you are doing the planning. Okay, so it is cost oriented. Within the categories of expenditure, and distinction is made between the cost incurred directly in the performance of an activity and indirectly for the accomplishing of the project. Now, for other projects, scheduling of a work activities are taken as a prime, means focusing mainly focus on the time critical activities on that. Okay, means planning process. Okay, you are not focusing on more on cost. In these cases, planner ensures that proper precedence among the activities is maintained and efficient scheduling of the available resources is prevailed. Okay, to understand this concept, we see this figure. Okay, that CPM technique is used for the time oriented projects. Okay, see, construction planning, first one is your cost oriented, mainly focus on cost, and second one is your time oriented, that is schedule oriented. Cost oriented, there are two cost involves, direct cost and indirect cost. We will see cost oriented project, how we will minimize the direct cost and indirect cost and hold the total project cost. Okay. Second is time oriented, critical path problem, and resource oriented, that is job shop schedule. Okay. So this is the your orientation of a CPM. Then we'll see what is my work task. The term task or activity is often used interchangeably in a construction plans to refer the specific defined items of work. Scheduling needs understanding of an appropriate set of activities start time, resources allocation and completion time that will result in completion of the project in a timely and efficient fashion. Okay. More formally, an activity is an subdivision of project that consumes resources. Activity means what? It is the division of a project. Small tasks. Tasks are again divided into activities. So activity is the subdivision of project. It consumes resource. Okay. There you can deploy resources on your activity. The set of activities defined for the project shall be comprehensively so that the all necessary work tasks are included in one or more activity. Okay. There are one activity or more activity to complete that task. The extent of work involved in an activity can vary tremendously in a construction project plan. In practice, the proper level of detailing the depending upon the size, importance, and difficulty of the project, as well as the specific scheduling and the accounting procedure. However, it is generally in the case that most schedules are prepared with the too little details than too much. Okay, uh, it is important to keep in mind that the task definition will serve as a basis of a scheduling, communicating the construction plan and its monitoring. Completion of the task will also often serve as a basis of a progressive payment. Thus, more detailed works defined can be quite useful. But more detailed task breakdowns are only valuable to the extent that resources required, duration, and activity relationships are realistically estimated for each activity. Providing detailed work task breakdown is not helpful without the commensurate efforts to provide the realistic sources requirement estimates. Unnecessary detailing will cause difficulty in monitoring and controlling and hence shall be avoided. Okay, you have to do the detailing of your task, but don't do unnecessary detailing which will create a conflict in your monitoring and controlling your project. Okay, now we'll come to the main point, that is critical path method, CPM. Okay, CPM is uh, CPM was discovered by jointly by DuPont and Remington in 1957. CPM networks are usually used for a repetitive type of projects where fairly accurate estimation of time can be done. Means you can fairly calculate the time for your project. Means your start time of your project and end time of project. You can clearly say that my project will start on 1st of January and 1st of January 2021, and it will end in a 6th of May 2021 or 2022. Okay, you can clearly say its start time and fix end time. Okay, so it has deterministic approach. You can calculate its time. Okay, uh, activities of these projects are characteristically subject to a relatively small amount of variation. Hence, CPM is not suitable for a research and development type of projects. I have already told you that for research and development type of projects, we are using the technique that is PERT, program evaluation and review techniques. Now in CPM, it calculates the project completion time of a project along with the possible start and finishing time of the project activities. Okay, critical path itself represents the set of sequence of predecessor and successor activities which will take the longest time to complete your project. Now critical path means what? It is the longest path of your network, okay, or longest path of your project, on which we have to give a more focus. Okay, that activity should not be delayed. Okay, these are the critical activities. Okay, and it is the sequence of logical sequence of a predecessor and successor of activities. While calculating the critical path, while drawing the network, you will get it understand more. Okay, the duration of a critical path is the sum of activities along with the path. Thus the critical path can define as the longest possible path through the network network project activities. Okay, critical path is the longest critical path. And what are the durations on a critical path? That addition of that duration of critical path that ultimately gives you the project durations. Thus, the critical path can be defined as the longest possible path through the network project activities. The duration of a critical path represents the minimum time required to complete the project. Okay. Now, here the above statement is critical path is the longest path of network. Okay. It is the longest path of network. But the durations coming from the critical activity, these are the minimum durations required for a completion of project. Okay. Means critical, how much durations you have to give for critical activity, these are the minimum durations. Okay, and the addition of that minimum durations, you should not delay that critical activity by a single day also. Okay, so if you delay the critical activity by single day, means your whole project will be delayed by single day. Okay, so the durations, whatever allocated durations for that critical activity, addition of that durations is your project durations. Means minimum time required for your project completion of project is the addition of duration on a critical path. Okay, so the durations are minimum on a critical path, means project will completed in minimum time on a critical path, but it is the longest path of your network. Any delays along the critical path should be imply that additional time would be required to complete the project. Okay, that I have already told. There may be more than one critical path in a project, so completion of an entire project could be delayed by delaying activities along any one of the critical path. That also just now I have told you. Formally, critical path scheduling assumes that project has been divided into activities of a fixed duration and well defined predecessor relationship. A predecessor relationship implies that one activity must come before another schedule. Okay, before scheduling the another activity, there should be one predecessor activity. Okay, that activity should be complete, then and then only your next activity will start, or simultaneously you start the next activity. No resources constraint other than those implied by the predecessor relationships are recognized in the simplest form of a critical path scheduling. To use the critical path scheduling in a practice, construction planner often represents a resource constraint by precedence relation. A constraint is simply restriction on the option available for the planner to manage that task. A resource constraint is a constraint deriving from the limited availability of equipment, a material, workspace, and or labor for that particular resources. Thus, the critical path method can figure out you that how long your project will take to complete. Means project durations can calculate from critical path method. Okay, which now then it also helps to figure out that which activities are critical, meaning that they you have to give a more focus on that activity. Means that they have to be done on time and having no delays. Okay, next you can figure out availability of floats. Where is free time, you will get the free time for adjustment if needed. Then you can also figure out whether to speed up the work, whether to crash the your network, whether to crash the activities, which activities you have to done by giving the more, by deploying the more resources on that, so you can tackle the project, and if your project is delayed, and you can come on the schedule time by focusing on other activities. If so, what is the least costly way for it? Thus, you can find out the minimum project cost and corresponding optimal project durations. Okay, so these are the outputs, or you can figure out from CPM network. Okay, now basic terms and terminologies, basic definitions that you should understand for drawing the CPM network. Okay, to drawing the CPM network, to understand the CPM network, you have to stick to the some basics. You should know the some basic terms and definitions that we will see one by one. Now, first means what is meant by activity. Activity or task. What is meant by activity? It is the smallest unit of work or a part of a project. Activity means what? It is the smallest unit of work or a part of project. And activity has definite duration, definite start and end. Every activity has definite duration, definite start and end. Activity has starting point and end point. Okay. And you can deploy resources on that. Activity means what? It is the process. Activity is process. Okay. And in that process, there is a starting point. For that process, there should be a start point, there should be end point, and you can apply resources for that activity. Okay, has logical relationship with other activities in the project. It consumes resources and has an associate cost. There should be cost involved in your activity. Activity is denoted by an arrow. Okay, while drawing the network, your activity is denoted by arrow. Arrow ने आपल्याला activity दाखवायची आहे, बरोबर. That you have to keep in mind. Length of arrow has no significant. तुम्ही एरोची लेंथ किती काढता आणि त्या लेंथ ऑफ एरोचा आणि ड्युरेशनचा काही संबंध नाही. ओके, बार चार्ट मध्ये तुमच्या लेंथ ऑफ बार आणि ड्युरेशनचा रिलेशन होतो, बरोबर. जेवढे तुमचे ड्युरेशन जास्त तेवढी बारची लेंथ जास्त असेल. पण आता आपल्याला नेटवर्क काढायचं आहे. नेटवर्क मध्ये तुम्हाला ऍक्टिव्हिटी दाखवताना ती कशाने दाखवायची आहे? एरोने दाखवायची आहे. आणि एरो इटसेल्फ इंडिकेट दॅट ऍक्टिव्हिटी. तो एरोची लेंथ किती आहे, छोटे मोठे, याचा काही संबंध नाही, बरोबर. तुम्हाला ड्युरेशन ऑफ दॅट ऍक्टिव्हिटी तुम्हाला कुठे लिहायचे? त्या एरोच्या खाली लिहायचे. लक्षात, लेंथ ऑफ एरो हॅज नो सिग्निफिकन्स. एरो डायरेक्शन शोज दी प्रोजेक्ट प्रोग्रेशन. बट एरोची डायरेक्शन तुम्हाला काय दाखवते? तुम्ही कुठल्या डायरेक्शनला चाललाय, प्रोजेक्टची डायरेक्शन कोणती आहे तुमची, म्हणजे प्रोजेक्ट प्रोग्रेस कोणत्या डायरेक्शनला होतो हे तुम्हाला एरोच्या डायरेक्शन वरून समजतं. नेम ऑफ ऍक्टिव्हिटी इज रिटन अबोव द एरो. एरोच्या वरती तुम्हाला ऍक्टिव्हिटीज नाव लिहायचं आहे. वाईल द ड्युरेशन ऑफ ऍक्टिव्हिटी यू हॅव टू रिटर्न below that arrow or mention below that arrow. Okay, so this is example. Suppose activity A. Okay, excavation. Name of activity is excavation that I have shown. Okay, so this is the arrow. Above the arrow you have written the name of activity, and below the arrow you have written the durations. A 8 is excavation, 8 is duration. Okay, so this is the representation of an activity. Next, representation of an event. First activity, then event. The beginning or completion of an activity is termed as an event. Beginning or a completion of activity. Okay, so this is activity A. Activity A start here. Okay, so beginning of activity A is your event. Okay, and end of completion of activity. Excavation started. Excavation started is your event. Excavation completed is your event. Means event start or event end. एखादा इव्हेंट जर तुम्ही करत असाल, इव्हेंट चालू झाला, इव्हेंट बंद झाला, बरोबर, असं बोलतो आपण. तो ऍक्टिव्हिटी ए स्टार्ट झाली मीन्स युअर स्टार्टिंग इव्हेंट. ऍक्टिव्हिटी ए एंड झाली, सो दॅट इज एंड इव्हेंट. Clear? The beginning or completion of activity is termed as an event. It is also known as a node. Event लाच आपण काय म्हणतो? Node. It indicates a particular instant of a time at which some milestones has been achieved. For example, excavation started. This is the milestone. Excavation completed. Milestone achieved. Okay. Concreting finished. Concreting संपलं. Okay. That is also your event. It is shown by circle. ऍक्टिव्हिटी आपण कशाने करतो? एरोने शो करतो. बट नोड किंवा इव्हेंट आपल्याला कशाने शो करायचा? सर्कल. ऑब्वियसली ऍक्टिव्हिटी स्टार्ट विथ एन इव्हेंट अँड एंड्स विथ एन इव्हेंट ऑल्सो. ऍक्टिव्हिटी स्टार्ट कशाने होते, इव्हेंटने होते, आणि एंड पण कशाने होते, इव्हेंटने. इव्हेंट डज नॉट कन्झ्युम एनी टाइम ऑर एनी अदर रिसोर्सेस. इव्हेंटला कोणताही टाइम नसतो, कोणतेही रिसोर्सेस नसतात, त्याला कोणतेही ड्युरेशन्स नसतात. ओके, इट इज जस्ट स्टार्टिंग पॉइंट अँड एंड पॉइंट ऑफ युअर ऍक्टिव्हिटी. इव्हेंट इज नथिंग बट स्टार्टिंग पॉइंट अँड एंड पॉइंट ऑफ ऍक्टिव्हिटी. सी हियर, हाऊ विल यू रिप्रेझेंट दी इव्हेंट ऑर नोड. सो दिस इज दी सर्कल, आणि याच्यामधून काय गेलेलं आहे, तुमचा ऍक्टिव्हिटीचा एरो गेलेला आहे. राईट. हियर फॉर एक्झाम्पल एक्सकॅव्हेशन 8 days, सेम वरच ह्या एरो मध्ये दाखवलेलं आहे आपण ऍक्टिव्हिटी ड्युरेशन हे ऍक्टिव्हिटी नेम, दिस इज ऍक्टिव्हिटी एरो मध्ये, बरोबर. आता एक्सकॅव्हेशन स्टार्टेडचा इव्हेंट काय आहे, 1. एक्सकॅव्हेशन एंड इव्हेंट 2, म्हणजे बिटवीन एक्सकॅव्हेशन इज बिटवीन इव्हेंट 1 अँड 2. इव्हेंट 1 इज युअर स्टार्टिंग ऑफ एक्सकॅव्हेशन, इव्हेंट 2 इज युअर एंड ऑफ युअर एक्सकॅव्हेशन. ओके, तुम्हाला नंबरिंग पण कसं करायचं, 1 2 3 4 लाईक दॅट यू हॅव टू डू नंबरिंग. ओके, और 10 20 30. जनरली वी आर युझिंग द नंबरिंग ॲज अ 1 2 3 4 5 6 like that. Okay, usually nodes are numbered such as 1 2 3, okay, or 10 20 30 etc. to maintain the uniqueness or identification of from left to right in the direction of a progress of a project. Okay, your network project network is always progress from left to right. Left ला तुमचं नेटवर्क स्टार्ट होतं, राईट ला तुमचं एंड होतं. दिस इज युअर प्रोग्रेस डायरेक्शन फ्रॉम लेफ्ट टू राईट. ओके, detail about the numbering are mentioned in the मेन्शन इन नेक्स्ट पॉइंट. ओके, आपण नंबरिंग त्याला फल्कन्सन्स रूल ऑफ नंबरिंग दी नेटवर्क असं त्याला एक पॉइंट आहे, तो आपल्याला बघायचा आहे. नेक्स्ट आपल्याला बघायचं आहे ते म्हणजे लॉजिक, नेटवर्क लॉजिक. ओके, so this is the last point we are going to see in today's lecture. What do you mean by network logic? It is the logical linking of activities based on their dependency. Okay, there are different activities in a project. Okay, the different activities we have to link to each other. Okay, logically means see here, this is the site cleaning activity, this is the PCC activity. After site cleaning there is line out only, directly we cannot do the PCC. Okay, without excavation we cannot do PCC. So after site cleaning there is a line out. So this is linking between site cleaning and line out. Okay, after site cleaning, line out. So this is the logical linking. After site cleaning PCC, so this is not logical linking. Okay, so logical linking of activity based on the interdependency between the two activity. The wrong logic will make unrealistic network project. Okay, जर तुमचं लॉजिकच चुकलं, नेटवर्क ऍक्टिव्हिटी जॉईन करायचं, तर तुमचा प्रोजेक्ट काय होतो, अनरिअलिस्टिक होतो. तो प्रोजेक्ट कधी तुमचा कम्प्लीट होणार नाही. फॉर एक्झाम्पल, आफ्टर site cleaning, line out will be taken place, then excavation, then PCC, and so on. Okay, now as shown in the figure, completion of first activity, that is site cleaning, 1 2 activity, that site cleaning you can also show it as a 1 dash 2. 1 is your event, 2 is also event. Okay, event site cleaning 1, site cleaning completed event 2. Okay, you can show that activity as a 1 dash 2. Okay, then second activity, line out will start. Okay, after site cleaning, node 2 is come, from that line out will start. Okay, second activity will start. Okay, that activity you can denote as a 2 3. After completion of line out there is come another node, that is 3. Okay, see here how we have given the numbering 1 2 3. Okay, then next activity, third activity, excavation will take place. Activity 3 4. Okay, after line out excavation will take place. Activity 3 4. Okay, initiate. Let's come another activity, PCC start along with the excavation. Now once the excavation start, you can simultaneously do the PCC from behind. Okay, otherwise you can do PCC after excavation also. After completion of whole excavation you can start PCC. Okay, but you can do PCC simultaneously after excavation, while excavation is going on. Okay, suppose some part of excavation is done already. See here, excavation requires 6 days. Okay, PCC requires 2 days. Okay, after 4 days of excavation, okay, after 4 days of excavation, he has done the excavation for some part. Okay, then excavation for remaining 5 days and 6 days is pending on. Okay, so on that fifth and sixth day you can start the PCC from the excavation we have done from day 1 to day 4. Okay, but whatever the part of excavation you have done, you can do simultaneously in day 5 and 6. Okay, so PCC and excavation can done simultaneously. So this is the logic. Okay, now it is denoted by the 3 dash 5 duration in days are mentioned in below and respective allows in the figure. Okay, so this is the network logic. We have to draw the network in such a manner. Okay, now this is not a complete network. We'll see in next part some another basic terms for a drawing of network, and how will you draw the network, some examples on a network drawing. Okay, then we'll go for how, what is meant by forward pass, what mean by backward pass, how we will calculate the project duration, how will you calculate the critical path. Okay, everything we will see in next lecture. Okay, with this I will stop here. Thank you.